I hope you all are doing well, guys. And first of all, I welcome you all in this session. So let's start. So today we are going to do a case study. So yesterday we had, a bit of introduction about Python and the libraries. So let's start. First of all, let me tell you a bit about the analysis that we do, guys. We have three types of analysis that we generally do. The first one is the, we call it a descriptive analysis. The second one is the prescriptive analysis. And the third one that we have is the predictive analysis. These three. So a descriptive analysis is what? Descriptive analysis is the analysis of the historical data. The analysis of the historical data. Okay, so let me write in the new line, that will be better. It is the analysis of the historical data is known as descriptive analysis. It tells what has happened over a period of time. This is called as descriptive analysis, and it is generally, done by the data analyst. So data analysts are the ones who do the descriptive analysis. They have some historical data, and then they, have a look like what has happened over a period of time. Fine. The second, we have the prescriptive analysis. Okay. Prescriptive analysis is, it is finding the best possible solution for a given problem. Okay, it is just finding it. So what happens, like when we have some descriptive analysis, so data analysis, they tell like we have we are facing some problem in this particular area or this one. So like if the sale is degrowing over the period of time, then what is the cause of that? Okay, so prescriptive analysis is finding the cause of the problem and then finding, trying to find the best possible solution for that problem. Okay, it is known as prescriptive analysis, and it is done by the business analysts. Is it making sense? Descriptive analysis and prescriptive analysis. Now the third one that we have is the predictive analysis. Predictive analysis is, what may happen in the future. It is the prediction about future on the basis of the given parameters. Fine. It is the prediction. It is the prediction of the about the future. Fine. So it tells what may happen in future with the given situation and parameters. it is generally done by the data scientists. So these are the three kind of analysis that we generally do. Okay, descriptive, prescriptive, and predictive. Sorry, it is predictive analysis. Yes. Fine. Any doubt in this? Is it clear? So descriptive analysis is when we work on the historical data and when we try to find out the pattern. Okay, like what is the pattern in the we have got in the period of time over the period of time in the past. So today we are going to discuss about the descriptive analysis. Predictive analysis is something that we do in machine learning. We create a model and that model is going to give us predictions. Like if we whether somebody is going to take loan or somebody is going to deposit money in the bank. Such kind of analysis is known as predictive analysis. Fine. So today we're gonna do the stock price analysis. So first of all, let's import the libraries. So first of all, I'm saying import NumPy as NP. Then we have to load the data set. So on the data set, we have to work in pandas. So import pandas as PT. Then we have to use some visualization tools. So I'm saying import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and then import cmon as SNS. And I don't want extra warning messages, so I can say import warnings, and then I say filter warnings dot filter warnings, and here I can say ignore. Fine. So let me tell you, this is for the numerical computations. This is for data manipulation. This is for visualization purpose. And this is also for visualization. Fine. And this one we are using just to avoid unwanted warnings. Execute. So we have successfully imported all the libraries. Any doubts till now, guys? I hope you're getting. So you can ping in the chat box if you have something to ask. Fine. So we have to load the data set. So we say pd.read CSV, and here we pass the path or the name. So this is tesla.csv is the file that we are going to work upon. So sorry, it is TSLA. And if I say data.hand, so this is the data. This is the Tesla company's data. Okay, and we have the date from 2010 to 2020, and then we will analyze the stock price. Okay, so generally when we see the stock price, so we have opening price like the day opening price and the day closing price, and we are getting the highest it went and lowest it went. But that is the most important column for us is the closing price. Okay, what was the closing price on a particular day? Like this is the date 29th of 6th of 2010. The closing price was $23. Okay, so the values are in dollars. on this particular date. The closing price was this, and on this particular date, the closing price was this. So when we work upon a data set, so the first step that we do is known as the EDA, guys. It doesn't matter what kind of data set you are going to work upon. Okay, the first step that we perform is the EDA. EDA stands for exploratory data analysis. Exploratory data analysis. What is exploratory data analysis? It is nothing it is the exploration of the data. That is known as exploratory data analysis. It is the process to know more about the data. Okay, or you can say it is the process to get insights, as many as we can, from the data. So that is known as exploratory data analysis. Is it making sense, my friends? Just let me know, say yes or no in the chat box, please. What is exploratory data analysis? So when we have any kind of, see, it doesn't matter like when you are going to work in the real world. So data is of different type. We are not sure like what kind of data we're gonna have. Okay, so it doesn't matter what kind of data do we have. The first step that we follow on any kind of data is the exploratory data analysis. Fine. Whether you are working as a data analyst or you are working as a data scientist, the first thing we do is the EDA. Fine. So in EDA, there are a few steps that we follow with any kind of data set, and rest of the data, steps we follow according to the nature of the data or the problem that we are going to solve. Fine. So if we talk about the first of all, we check the shape. That is the most important part. Shape of the data. Shape means how many rows or how many columns we are going to work upon. Right. So to check the shape, we can say our data frame name is data, and I say shape. Execute. So we have 2416 rows and 7 columns. So if you see, we have 7 columns: date, open, high, low, close, adjacent, close, and volume. And we have 2460 rows, 16 rows, sorry. Fine. Now we want to have a column names, for example. Column means, see, here we are having only 5 columns, so we can easily have a look on the names. But sometimes what happens if we have 50 columns, 500 columns, sometimes it happens like we have 200 columns. So it is not easy to read all the names. It is going to hide the column names. Okay. So if we want to get all the column names, then we have to say data.columns, and we're going to get all the column names. Date, open, high, low, close, adjacent, close, and adjoining, close, and volume. Fine. So this is the columns we have got. Now we have to get the basic information as we did yesterday. So you can say like data information. So for that we have data.info function. And again we are getting the information. So you see, like, we don't have any null value. We in each column we have 2416 values, and the data type date is object, open is the float. Okay, so only one object column we have, and rest of the columns we have as the numeric columns, right? And total 2416 entries we have. Fine. We can check for the duplicates whether we have some duplicate values or not. Okay. So if you want to check the duplicates, we have to say data.duplicated function is there, guys. So if we have duplicate, it is not a good thing. Okay. It is going to give us the Boolean array. Okay. Boolean series, true or false. So we have to use the sum function, and it is going to give us. So 0 duplicate values we have. So it is a very refined data. We don't have any null values. We don't have any duplicate values. Even if you want to check for the null values. So we can use data dot is na dot some function. Sorry.
बस इतने ही बोले हैप्पी बर्थडे
हाँ enjoy your day.
So we don't have any null values in this.
रूल होगा
Guys, please mute yourself if you're not asking anything. So I have muted all of you. If you have anything to ask, you can unmute yourself and can ask me, or you can, drop in the chat box. Fine. So is it making sense till now, my friends? So this is the basic, things that we want to know about the data, like what is the shape, what are the column names we have, okay, what are the data types, and whether we have duplicate values or null values. If you just want to get the data type also, so then you can say D types or attribute, and it is going to give you the data types only. So object, float, and all. Okay. So only one integer, and rest of the values we have float, and one object column that we have here. Fine. Is it clear till now? Now we come to the analysis part. So if you see, the date column is the object column, and if I want to play with dates, so it has to be converted into the date time format. It is not in the date time format. Object, it is a string value. Okay, if I say object means it is a string value. Fine. So first of all, let's convert the date column into date time format. The first thing is this date column has to be converted into date time format. To convert into date time format, we have the function pd dot to and date time, and we have to pass the date column here. Okay, and this date column is from where? This date column we have from data. Can you see the structure is changed now? Earlier we have the this slash character in the date column. Now what we are having? The hyphen. Now it has been converted into the date time. Can you see? Date time 64. So I am assigning it back to the data column, date column. Execute. And if I say data dot head, so can you see the date has been changed now? The structure is changed. Earlier we were having the hyphen. Okay, sorry, this backslash. Sorry, forward slash, and now we are having the hyphens. If I check the data types now, can you see our date column is the date time? It is in date time format. Earlier it was the object column. Understood? Now we can extract the months and years or the days, whatever we want. Fine. Anything, guys, till now? Just a second. Now I want to check the the trend of the closing price. Okay, I want to check the trend of the closing price over the period of time. Fine. So we can say data close, or we can say plt.plot function. Plt.plot, and we can say data closing price. If I do this, it is going to throw me an error. It is not going to give me the trend. So it is giving the trend, but if you see, we are not getting the dates here. Trend means we want to have a look like whether over the period of time it is increasing or decreasing, or what is the fluctuation we are getting. Fine. So here, if you see, we are getting the count, but we are not getting the dates. So to overcome this problem, what can we do? This date column has to be converted into the index. This date column has to be converted into index. Before doing that, what I am trying to do, let's create one column of the year and one column of the months. Fine. So I can say I want to create a year column. And this year column, how can we create? We can say from data date. And we can use, let me show you. We can use, dot year. If I say this, we are getting the years. Yes or no, guys? From this date, we have extracted the years only. If I want to extract the months, I say month, and we have extracted the months only, like 6, 7. These are the month names. If I want to just get the date, we can say day, and we're gonna get the days. 29th, 30th. So these are the dates. So what I want, if I say year, we are getting the years, and I want to create a new column with the name of year. We simply do like this, equal to, and give the column name what you want to give. Let's say year, and execute. And if I show you data dot head, can you say a new column has been created with the name of year? And we are just getting the year only from the date, 2010. Yes, everyone. Is it making sense? Now I would the same way I want to create the month column. So what can I do? I can say data month, and it should be from data date. And then we have to say dt means date, time, and dot. We want the month. Execute. And if I say data dot head now, we have got the month column. So month is 6 here, we are getting 6 here. Month is 7 here, we are getting 7. So what we did from the date, we extracted year and month. Day is not required actually. Okay, so let's leave the day only. So year and month are enough. Okay, year and months are enough. Now what I need to do, I need to convert this date into the index column so that we can get the trend over the period of time that we are not getting here. So what I'm doing, convert the date column as index column. So we can say data dot set index, and here you can say the date. Execute. Can you say the date is the index column now? Yes. Earlier the date was a column name. It was a column. Now it is an index. And how many columns we have? 8 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This date is not a column now. It is the index. But if I print the data again, you can say like date is again here. So what can we do? Anyone? We discussed it yesterday. If we want to make the changes in the existing data set, what can we do? Yes, great, everyone. So what can we do here? Here we can say in place equal to true. Execute. And if I say data dot head, see, now the date column has been converted into datetime format, and it is the index now. It is the index now. Very good, guys. Now I do the same thing again. I want to plot. I want to see the trend. So first of all, let's set the theme. I am saying SNS dot set theme function, and here let's say style equal to let's say white grid. Context equal to, I say notebook. That will be fine. And palette equal to let's say bright. Fine. This is now I want to create this figure size, plt dot figure. and here I say fixed size equal to, and let's say it is 8 by 6, and I set the DPI to 100, and then I use PLT dot plot, and now I say data, and I want to plot the closing price. Execute. Sorry, small. Yes. Are you able to see the trend? Now I don't want this extra information. What can I do? I can say PLT dot show function. If you see on the x-axis, we are getting the dates now: 2011, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But earlier, when the date column was not the index column, we were not getting the dates here. So it was not the trend according to the time. We were just getting the counts, right? Now we are getting the dates. So what can you say after having a look on this, everyone? Of course, we have some fluctuations here. Okay, but if we analyze the 10 years of data, so stock price has increased a lot. Yes, from 0 to, and it has, hiked to 800 euros something. Sorry, $800. This is the closing price. This is the closing price. Yes. So in the highest peak we have got in the 2020. Before 2020, it was, somewhere around 200. Is it making sense? Fine. Now I want, if you want to get the year-wise analysis, like what was the value year-wise? Okay. Year-wise. Now what I want? Year-wise close price values. Year-wise close price, status I want. So we can use the group by method, guys. We can say data dot group by. And here we can pass the year. Year-wise we want the value, and what we want the value of the closing price. So I can say close. And what do we want? Let's say I want to see in each year we have different values. Day-wise we are getting the value, so we can take the mean value of the year. Agree my point? Like what is the average value at the end of the year we are getting? So it is giving me the price on the basis of the average. So in 2010 the average price of the share was 23, closing price, sorry. 2011 it was 26, in 2012 it was 31, 2013 it was 104, and 2014 it was 223, something like that. So this is where, if you say in 2020 the closing price was the highest, it was 540. Is it making sense? How can I know, like, can we analyze? Are we getting some insights from it? So in 2010, the average closing price was 23, and in 2020, the average closing price was 540. Now, if we want to plot it, so we can create a new data frame. I can say df, okay, and equal to, I can say pd dot data frame. And here in this, I can pass this. If I show you df. So this is the year. Year is the, we are getting what? Here is the indexes, and here closing is the average value. Okay, if you want to give the column name, then you can say columns equal to so this is the mean value we are getting. Understood? And if we want the years, so we can create a new column here also, and this one. If I want to extract the years from this, so what can I do? I can just say index. If I say, let me show you in the new line so that you can understand. I want to extract the years only. So I'll be saying dot index. Can you see we are getting the years only? If I want to get the values only, then what can I do? I can say dot values, and I am gonna get the values only, like this. Fine. So I have created a new data frame where mean value is the values we have got, and again another column with the name of year. So what can we say here? We can take from here. I am passing this execute, and if I show you df now, so we have two columns. We have two columns, right? Mean and year. Mean and year. Is it making sense, my friends? Any doubts till now? Please tell me in the chat box. This is the mean or the average closing price over the year. So if we want to see the trend. So how can we see the trend? I can say df dot set index, and I can say year. I can set it as index, and then I can say what to call. But if you don't want the set index, it's still we can do that. We can use this SNS dot line flow. On the x-axis, I want the years, and on the y-axis, I want the mean value, and my data frame name is df. Execute. So this is the line plot we are getting. So if we see the average closing price, so it has increased a lot over a period of time. Yes or no? Please tell me if it is making sense. Fine. So this is how we can do. This is how we can do. If you want to plot it, as the count, then we can use this is showing the trend. If you don't want to have a look on the trend, and let me just say plt dot. So we don't want to have a look on the trend. We just want to get the counts. So what we can do, we can use the bar plot. SNS dot bar plot, and here on the x-axis, I want here, and on the y-axis, I want mean, and my data frame name is df. So this is the bar plot. Let me increase the size of it. So we have increased the size. So in 2010, the average closing price was, less than 100. And in 2020, it was the highest. So it is showing you the counts. Okay, mean value it is showing over here. if you want to get the values to be printed over here, so we can do like this. I can say AX equal to, let's say, and we have to say like this for I in AX dot containers. We have to use, guys, to plot this. And then AX dot bar underscore label function, and I say icon. Can you see we are getting the values? So we use this, we have to apply loop AX, assign it to any variable. Let's say I'm assigning to AX, and then you can say AX dot containers. In the containers, then we have the bar label function. Okay, and it takes a tuple value. So you just print the value of I, and you're going to get the values like this. Right? So the mean value is 23.348 something, and here you're getting 540 something. Is it making sense, guys? Let me reduce the size a bit so that we can have a better look. This one. Now, if I want to check the trend of the closing price in a particular year over a in a particular year over a period of months, fine. Over a period of months, if you want to get to know. So let's say I want to know in 2014 what is happening over a period of months. Okay. So let's see the trend of the closing price in 2014. Right. So what can we do? Data here. So we are getting the year 2010, and I just want to get it to 2014. We are getting the Boolean array. If we want the whole data set, just pass that to the data frame. And this is 2014. So if you see, we are getting the details of the year 2014 only. Yes or no? Only 2014 we are getting. Fine. Now, if we want to see the trend, what can I do? I can say group by, and I want to check with the over the months what is happening with the closing price. So I will say close, and then again we can take the mean value, because in every month we have lot many dates. So we can take the mean value in that case. So it is giving the in first month in 2014 the closing price was this, in the second month the closing price was this, and so on. We are getting the values like this. Are you getting my point? So again, we can create a column and we can analyze a particular year. Okay, but it is going to take a lot of time. So to overcome this, what we can do like this. We can say SNS dot line plot. I want to get the month-wise analysis of the whole years. So I can say X equal to month, and Y equal to, I can say, the closing price. Close. And hue is the third attribute you can pass, let's say, according to the year I want, and my data frame name is data. So again, we have to increase the size a bit. If I say plt dot figure, and I say big size 10 by 8, and the DPI is, let's say, 100. Fine. And let me change the palette. So this is the trend, or month wise of the whole years we are getting. Guys, can't you see the screen? Please confirm. Is the screen visible or not? Okay, okay, okay. So if you see, we are getting the legends here. So you can correlate like this is 2010, 2012. Okay. So this red line, it is totally different rest of the other. So this is 2020. And if you see in the second month only, it went up to as high as, somewhere nearly 800 euros, $800. Roshan, I don't know like what the problem is. Could you please, you can do one thing, you can rejoin and then check if you can see that. Fine. So this is the trend, like, this, let's say, I want to check the trend of, let's say 2018. So it is the light orange, okay, orange line. So this is the 2018. If you say we are getting zigzag, fine. So this is the way, like you can, if all the years, and here we are getting the months together. If you see, you are getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 like this. You are not getting 1, 2, 3, 4, continuously the months. If you want them to be continuous, then you can use this function plt.xticks, and then you can pass from 1 to 12. 1 to 12 months we have, so we can say I for I in range, and I say 1 to 13. What is the meaning of I for I in range? See, if I say, let's say LST equal to, if I say like this, I for, it is known as list comprehension, guys. I in range, it will start from 1, and if I say 13, so 13 is the stop index, stop value, and first is the start value. Stop value is always excluded. If I say 1, 12, it is going to give me the values 1 to 12. So I want to assign to the x-axis, I want to give the label from 1 to 12. So I can directly use this, or you can copy this, like, and you can pass it to the xticks functions, this xtick function. If I execute this one, see, we are getting the whole 12 months now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and accordingly we are getting the values to be printed. Is it making sense, guys? So year wise and month, along with the months, you can, see the trend of any data.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Please
Yeah,
tell me.
sir. So the chart is depicting the correlation between the values in the months. What is the chart depicting?
No. It is not correlation. It
Oh,
is
it's not
showing you the
correlation.
trend over the years.
Trend over the years.
Yes.
Okay.
The closing price, and by default, when we use the line plot, it is giving you the count over here. Okay.
Right, sir. Got it.
Fine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. If you want to check the correlation among the columns, so correlation we use for machine learning purpose. Actually, we do. Then we have the core function. You can directly apply this core function like this.
Yes. I was looking for that. Sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are getting the correlation between any of the two variables. Fine. If you want to print that, so let me show you how to get the correlation. So we can use SNS.heatmap. So let me increase the size of the figure first.
Sir, here, I mean, you're depicting the heat map in order to derive the multicollinearity.
Yes.
Is that it? Okay. Thank you.
So this is the heat map we are getting. So we are working on which column? Data, right? So we can do to 2 decimal after 0 I want, and I can say so you're getting the correlation like this. Fine. So where you have the this is the C bar with the where the color is yellow, that is showing the highest correlation. Where it is the dark blue, it is the lowest correlation we are getting. So the diagonals are always correlation 1. So you can say, you know, open is correlation 1, and open with high is also correlation 1. Fine. So correlation makes a big difference. Uh, you know, when we use the machine, when we want to feed the data to the machine learning model. Okay, but here we are doing the descriptive analysis only.
Yeah,
It
and
is
sir,
very much useful in the predictive analysis. Yes.
yeah, sir, I'm sorry for interrupting. Sir, the thing is that, sir, here when we see that multicollinearity is present, sir, then which variables will be dropped? Sir? I mean, how will we evaluate that which variables can be taken and which can be dropped?
No, see, in machine that is something related to predictive analysis.
Yes, sir,
In
I know,
that
I know. I
case, we
won't
have
catch you
to,
upon that.
yeah. Let
Yeah.
me come to that point. So it is in machine learning, what happens if the two columns have the same correlation, right? Or the highest correlation, like it means both the columns are giving the same learning to the model, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if they are having the correlation 1 or -1. So in that case, we can drop any one of them. Now the question is which one is to be dropped? That is your question?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Which one is to be dropped? Yes.
Yeah. So in that case, we have to check, you know, different factors, whether the column which we are going to delete has some null values or not. Okay. If we fill the null
Okay,
values,
okay.
then of course the correlation may change. Fine.
Right,
Apart
right,
from
right.
that, what is the variance or standard deviation we are going to have? Okay.
Yes, yes.
And in both the columns, we can check if both the columns are, you know, which one is the nearly normally distributed. So which one is nearly normally distributed, we are going to have that one, and which one is having some skewness, we can
Skewness,
delete.
yeah, you can drop that. Okay, sir. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome. So just a second, guys. Yes, Karthike. Could you please tell me what can this also be done for the hue? We can see alternatives. Yeah, you can. It is up to you. Like you can keep the month here, then you can take year here. So and then in the hue you can pass month. Okay. So when we use the line plot, one should be the, you know, discrete or numerical column. Two columns you can have the categorical. On any axis, you can pass one categorical, and one categorical you can pass as the hue. Yes, Karthike, is it making sense?
Yes.
Any other doubts, guys, till now? Are you, so I hope you are getting it, like how to check, you know, different parameters or the trends.
So one doubt, can we
Yeah.
pass date as a data type to our machine learning model?
If we have the time series data, if we want to work upon, we do that actually.
Oh, so the model will understand, like I'm asking, like the
Yes.
-3 like that. Can
Yeah,
we pass?
machine learning model can understand. The only thing, that column has not to be the, you know, object column. It has to be in the date time format.
Okay, so we can pass with as a date time format thing. Okay.
Yes. It has not to be the object column. Otherwise, it will take as a string value, right?
Yes, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, in the time series data, you know, sometimes like we want to give the prediction on the basis of time, right? So
Okay.
in that case, we call it as time series analysis. So you can pass the column as the in the date time format.
Okay.
Okay, but if you pass it as the object column, so it is some algorithms are not going to take. If algorithm is accepting, it may give you the false results. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Shall we move ahead then? So we have seen some trend, you know, year wise, and the count, you know, count also we have seen. Now, what do we want? We want to check the profit, what is the profit we have got. Okay, price difference we have got, and what is the wealth, at the end of the 20 years we have, made if what happens. Fine. So I say data dot. This is the data we have got. Fine. So how to calculate the I want to create the price difference. How we can calculate the price difference, guys? Here. Or if I talk about the profit, how can we, check the profit, day wise profit, how can we do? So if I, if this is the closing price we have got, right? So if I subtract from the next day, the previous day, we are going to get the profit. Like if I say 30th and 1, in these 2 days, we got the loss of $2 or something around. In round figure, I am telling. Again, we are getting the loss of 2. Again, we are getting the loss of 3, something like that. So if somebody is doing the trading day by day, selling and, buying and selling. So what is the profit or, loss share he is making, on the day by day basis. So how can we do that? If I, if I want to check the profit, so profit is what we can say. Tomorrow minus today. Yes or no, guys? This is the profit. Like this is the next day. From this, if I subtract this, so this is the profit or loss, whatever. If we have the value negative, it will be the loss. If the value is positive, we're gonna have this what as the profit. Yes or no? So what can we do? I want to create a new column like we have the closing. I want to create a new column that has the value of the next day. Like for example, let's compare these two. So here we have 23.83. I want to create the next column. Here, instead of this, I want to get this next value. And here, for example, I want to get this next value like 19, something like that. So what can we do? We can do like this, guys. I want to create a new column. Let's say, tomorrow. Let's say I want to give the name tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow price. So it has to be like this. Let me show you first. Data, and I say close. Dot, and we have to use this shift function. And if I say -1 means the next day, -1 the next value. If I say -2, the it will be skipping 1. If I say -3, it will be skipping 2. And if I do this, so on the very first day, I am getting the next value. Can you see? It is 23.83000. I am getting it as the first value. Map to, day 6 of, month 6, 29/6/2010. Now here, let's take this example. 1/7/2010, I want the next value, that is 19.20. 1/7/2010, I am getting the next value. Understood? Now we can do, if from this value, if I subtract this value, will be getting the profit. Please tell me, guys, if it is making sense. If not, then I will explain in some other way. What I want from the next day, I want to subtract the previous day. Or you can say from tomorrow, I want to subtract today, so that we can have the profit, day by day profit, right? Day by day profit we want. So what I want to create a new column. In the new column, along with today, I want to have the price of tomorrow. Like here, instead of 23.88, I want 23.83000 something. Here, instead of 21.95, I want to get the value of tomorrow, that is 19.2000, something like that. And then from tomorrow, I can, subtract this close, and we're gonna get the profit in that case, right? So if we use the shift method, and I say -1, so we are gonna get the next value, and I say, I pass this to the new variable, let's say tomorrow. Execute, and if I say data.head, if you compare the close column and tomorrow column, here I am getting the value of tomorrow, And if you say compare this here, I'm getting the value of tomorrow, that is 19.20. Yes or no? Now I can create a new column with the name of profit, and I can subtract from tomorrow. If I subtract tomorrow minus close, we're gonna get the profit. Making sense? Right? So let's say I want to create the profit column. And this profit should be what? From data tomorrow, we should subtract what? We should subtract data, and that is close. And execute. And if I show you data.head, can you see we are making the loss of $0.05, something like that. So we, if I, let's say I printed 10 rows, so that we can, if I say 15, let's say, yes. So you can say compare these two. Like this is the tomorrow column and this is the close column. Remember that side. So here we have 16.11 and here we have 15.80. So we have got the loss of this. And here the 15 and here we are getting the 17. So we have made the profit of 1.65. So day by day, what profit we have made or what loss we have made, we have got this. Agree my point? Now you want to get this, profit month wise or year wise. How can we do that? So we can use the group by method. We can simply say data.group by, and I want this year, and here I want the profit. And see, in profit we have in year, we have months and days. So the mean value is the best method to get the values. And this is the mean profit we have made over the year. Right. So maximum we have made the $16. Like on each day, it is the average value we are getting. Right. Yes or no? Because profit we are getting, on the each day basis. So this is how we can do that. Fine. If you want the month and year both, then you can pass month column also. It is going to give like 12 by 12. What is that here? Okay, month is capital M. Sorry, guys. Can you see? So it is not printing all the values. In 2010, in the 6th month, we got this average profit. In the 7th month, we got this average profit. So almost the loss we were, getting like this, it is telling. So we are not getting all the values. So in that case, we can use the pivot table, guys. So on the index, I want the year column, and the columns that I want month, and the values, I want the profit, and my data name is data. Execute. Here we are getting the months, here we are getting the years, and here we are getting the values. So by default, it is giving the mean. So you can pass the add func, and you can say the mean value. Fine. Yes, 2020 has only 1 month of data. That is why if you see the trend, it is showing you only for 1 month. It is not showing the trend for the next month. Can you see here? For all the years, we are getting the data trend for all the 12 months, but here for 2020, see, the red line is for 2020, we are getting the data for 1 month only. Right. So this way you can, get the analysis of the profit year and month wise. Fine. Now, if we want to calculate the total wealth, I want to calculate, guys. Total wealth means if somebody is trading on the daily basis, so someday he is getting some loss, someday he is getting some profit on the basis of negative and positive values. And if I take the cumulative value, so on the day by basis, we're gonna get the total wealth he has made. Yes or no? So if I show you, like if I say data dot and I say profit column, and we have to say come some function, it is the cumulative. Okay. Cumulative sum we have got. Fine. So cumulatively we are getting the sum. So this is $756 is the cumulative value at the end of the 20 years, 10 years of span, whatever we have, 2010 to 20 year that we have made. Fine. So I want to create a new column. Let's say data wealth. And if I show you data dot head now, so we have got the wealth. Cumulatively we are getting. If I show you tail, so the tail will be the last values we are getting. So cumulative, like 557 plus 14. Okay. So sorry, 557 plus 59, it will be 616. And you add this profit, then it will be 626. Then you add this profit and it will be 756. So day by day basis, if the value were negative, it will be deducting. So on the day by day basis, you are getting the wealth. Like if somebody is doing, on the like daily basis, he's doing something like trading. Making sense? Now, if you want to check the wealth year wise, like, in which year we are getting, what is the status of wealth over here, over the years. So then what can we do? We can say data, and we can say group by, and here we can say year, and here we can say total wealth. And here we can say the, let's say, sum of total. Okay. We are getting. So total wealth, if somebody is doing trading like this. So the mean is the, best method when we compare the whole year. So this is the average somebody has made of $521 in the 2020. Over the years, we are getting this data. Please tell me, guys, if it is making sense. And if I use the plot function now, we are getting the trend of the wealth now. Over the years. This is the trend of the wealth. If you want the values, this is the values. That's it. Fine. So let me increase the size of it again. Here it go bigger. And if I say fixed size equal to, let's say it is 8 by 6 and DPI again 100. Fine. And I say PLT dot show. Now I want to note the total wealth, how much the total wealth is. 521 is made. Okay, so how to get this total wealth? This is, and if I say This is the value, okay, that we have made finally. The last value I have, slice the last value, cumulative, wealth. So I want to print, let's say this is the, wealth W I say. So what can I say? Here I want to give the title. PLT dot title, and I can say total wealth is, and here we can say the value of W. And if I say F formatting, execute. So this is the total wealth we have made, guys. So this is, I am giving the title. So this is how we can analyze. So please tell me if it is making sense. Any doubts till now, my friends? See, when we analyze the time series data, it is also time series data because on the basis of years or months, we are, on the basis of time, we are analyzing the, so it is, line plot is the best plot in that case because it is going to show us the trend. It is showing us the trend in that case, right? So correlation is of not of much use in the analysis, but yes, it is very much important when it comes to the machine learning part. If you want you want to feed the data to any model, then this correlation is going to be very, very important. So I have just given you the idea, like on the basis of months and years, how we can analyze the stock price. So this is the stock price data of the Tesla company from 2010 to 2020. Anyone has any doubts? Yes. How to add a column, like, or how to, pass a particular function. You can ask me. How to calculate profit. So tomorrow value, how did we calculate the tomorrow value and all. So closing price, we have done it on the closing price. So if you want to analyze the volume, that is actually not required in the stock price. So we generally do the closing price, but it has given the high and lows also. So if you want to see the fluctuation from the high and low, you can use the minus and you can create a new column with the name of fluctuation. What was the fluctuation here? Any doubts? Share in the chat box, guys, please. Whether you find it helpful or not, like how to analyze in pandas. Yes, Dan. So until you do it by yourself, of course, it is not going to make much sense. Like you will get some idea when you do it by yourself. So what I'm trying to tell you, like how we can proceed, guys. So EDA is the most important part when we have any data and we want to, proceed with that. Getting my point? So how to create bar plot and all in Seaborn. So I hope you have got some idea. If you have any doubts in this, like line chart and also you can ask me. Do you want me to repeat like a recap? So first of all, we imported the libraries and after loading the data set, so we, did the, basic EDA. So in that we, check the shape of the data and the column names and what is the basic information, whether we have duplicate values or null values or not. Fine. So, and then we started with the analysis. So what we did, we converted the date column into the date time format. Earlier it was in the object column. That is the most important part, guys. And from this, we, extracted the month and year. Fine. And then we converted this date format into the index column so that we can get the trend on the basis of years directly with the help of plot function. So if you remember earlier, we were getting the counts. Now, once we convert it into the date, index column, now we are getting the trend on the basis of the years, like this. Fine. Then, year wise, the what is the mean of value or the average of the closing price we are getting. We have, done that. We created a new column, and then again, we are having a look on the trend. We are getting the counts, year wise, what is the count of the closing price? Okay. We have got the average closing price. Fine. Then we had a look on the trend of the year and month wise together. What was the trend? And then, so correlation was a different, like somebody was asking how to calculate. So I did give an example how to calculate correlation. Okay. And then profitability we get. So profit, how do we calculate profit? Tomorrow minus today is the profit. And shift function is very important, guys. So -1 is the very next value. It should subtract the previous value, like that. Okay. We are subtracting here. And then profit, we are getting the, with the help of pivot table, you can get the profit, average profit along with the years and months. What is the average profit somebody has made? Right? And then the total wealth that somebody has made. So profit or your cumulative sum over the period of years. Okay, so you can get the values of the wealth, total wealth has been made over the period of years. If you say the first 3 years, it had made nothing almost. But in the coming to the 4th year, 5th year, so trend was upward, and up to the 2020. So, like you can say it was a huge profit. If you see the trend, after some downfall here, like here we had some downfall, then here we have a big downfall, but later on it was in the upward direction. Right? So, and if we want to read the total wealth, we have made this total wealth. So that is all from my side in this, my friends. So if you have any doubts, so and you want to have this what to call data set and this Jupyter notebook, and further if you have any doubts related to data science or data analysis, whatever, so you can join the Telegram channel and you can post your queries over there. So somebody is going to there, like they're going to reply you there. Fine. Any other doubt? So could you confirm like how many of you like looking for a data scientist to be a data scientist or a data analyst? So for data scientist you can say DS, and data analyst you can say DA. So data scientist, if somebody is looking for a data scientist, so one step extra you have to do after transforming the data, you have to feed it to the machine learning algorithm. Okay, different algorithms that we have. Rest of the things remain the same for data analyst and data scientist. Fine level. So now Karishma is there. She is going to talk to you. Karishma, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So yes, then. So you have to, like machine learning algorithm is totally a different thing. So is maybe in some other class we will have some data scientist project, and then I'll explain how to do that. Okay. With the time series data also we can do. So all this stuff is you're going to put in an algorithm, then you have to check accuracy, precision, and the error, and so many things are there. So Karishma will be talking to you now. Karishma, please carry on.
Sure, sir.